So now let us move on to the topic of executive presence. So executive presence is the way you influence others in corporates and how you speak some things and the way you influence others into making decisions of their own. So in simple terms, executive presence is how you dress up, how you act, and how you influence others to make rational decisions and becoming a more good corporate. So it has three core pillars, which is the confidence, credibility, and composure. When I talk about this, I mean how you handle difficult conversations with your employees, with your superiors and subordinates, and your clients as well. How you dress up, how you show up to a meeting, how you influence freshers, how you take accountability for your actions. And the second pillar is communication. How do you talk to your superiors? How you talk to your subordinates? How you address any difficulty which is happening to your team or either to you. It is basically about telling what you are thinking in a more respectable and ethical manner, and which is acceptable in corporate. The third pillar now is appearance, and not basically about how you look on everyday basis, but how you carry yourself. Are you confident enough? How do you groom yourselves daily? How you groom yourselves frequently, and how you appear during meetings. So this is basically how executive presence is the basic gist of it. And now why it matters is because it shows you to your superiors and subordinates how good of a corporate employee you are. It also makes people feel that they take you seriously and you're trusted with leadership roles. For example, you are watching an interview of the entrepreneur Elon Musk, who is the owner of X and SpaceX. Okay, you see his interview, right? What do you notice? He's dressed very well. He addresses the whole room and greets everybody, and then talks so professionally about what he does, what his future plans are, and how he treats his employees, and what their policies are, and how they do their CSR activities. So that's what executive presence is. Executive presence is not just shown in corporates, it's also shown outside. Like for example, you are explaining to your friends or to anybody, in fact, what your company's current targets are, what they want to do in the future, how you feel about it, what's its organizational culture. All of these things are what executive presence is. And it also influences decisions of others and often helps you to grow faster in careers. Okay. Executive presence also involves morals and ethics. No matter how professional you act in corporate, if you do not have morals, integrity, and honesty in your work profile or the way you talk to others, you cannot grow in your career. Let us take another example to explain this so you understand it better. So, for example, I, Gauri, I am a corporate employee working in Infosys or maybe Deloitte. So I walk into the office and I have to punch my ID card, right? For attendance, obviously, and also to ensure what time you logged in, right? So I punched my card, and let's suppose my colleague also gave me their card and asked me to punch it because they would be running late because of XYZ reason, let's say traffic. Okay, and I logged in at 9, also logged my colleague's card at 9. Okay, I start working at supposedly 9:05, and my colleague who enters the building and starts working at 11 will be noticed by people because he started working late. And when the records are opened, it will show that he punched his card at 9. And then who will it all come up to? Me. Why? Because it is very important to punch only your card. It shows so much lack of integrity and honesty, that you're not integrated enough to be accountable yourself, or holding others accountable and saying that it is wrong. So if you do these wrong acts for such small things, you will not be taken seriously and your executive presence will be down. As a matter of fact, executive presence is not a very big buzzword. It can be started at such a small base, small things like punching an ID card, right? It doesn't have to be that you have to, dress designer to a professional meeting, and you have to stand still and never slouch during working and always be energetic. Those things just do not happen every single day. Let's be honest. Executive presence is how you maintain your integrity, how you communicate, how you are accountable, and how you show up to things, and how you inspire others, make decisions, and influence yourself and your surroundings, and make the organization a better place within the organization and outside of the organization. So I hope you understand. Now, in my next video, I will explain why MBA.